And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Detroit Tigers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. And today's starting pitcher, Tarek Skubal. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
The 2-1. Happ lays off.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Hit weakly on the ground. 1 up, 1 down. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Dansby Swanson.
Well, Boog, he's a guy to watch because he capitalizes on the big situations as well as anyone. Hitting over 350 with runners in scoring position. And you know what that means? That means he's a key player for this offense because he can really drive them in when the team needs him the most. He's been clutch all year.
One out, base is empty. Right through there, got him. Out number 2.
Batting third.
2 down,
right
base is empty.
Tucker.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. Up the middle, Baez slings to first, and Tucker is retired. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. Cubs are down quietly. The Tigers coming up, no score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Detroit, and today on the hill, Ben Brown.
Well, what quickly stands out to me for this guy is that he comes in with a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio on the season. So when you consider consistency, the ability to get swings and misses, and to limit base runners, that's critical in winning games today, especially when teams are depending on the big swing, the home run, to win ball games.
Line drive, puts it away for the out. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. In that cleanup spot, a key piece for this club, Riley Green.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. And it's even up. Cut on and miss, struck him out. Now 2 away.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, sort of pitch you're hoping for, a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Now it's going to be Kerry Carpenter.
2 strikes.
Two out, space is empty.
3-2.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Righty delivers. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Tigers fail to make any noise. Scoreless after 1. Back at Comerica
Leading
Park.
off for the
All
Cubs,
set for the start of the
catcher,
inning.
Carson
And now
Kelly.
the batter is Carson Kelly. Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that.
Batting
Got a
fifth,
fastball,
center
middle of the
fielder,
plate,
Pete
jumped
Crow
all over
Armstrong.
it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Pete Crow Armstrong digs in now. Swinging a foul straight back. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. Got it. And there's one down.
Batting sixth, shortstop.
Dansby Swanson stands in. Kelly at first, one gone. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
So here's Horner now. Swing and a miss. Yeah, the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And they'll do it again.
The count.
In the dirt. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, no swing. Gary Simmons with the call. Slice to right, and that is that. Cubs leave one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Riley Green.
Right fielder, Riley Green.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Second inning here, no score. This one smoked out to left. Brings it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting sixth, designated hitter, Colt
Keith will hit next. Two outs. Headed towards the corner. Grabs it on the run. And that is that. So they go quietly there. We played 2 full. No score. And we're back. Now it's Justin Turner.
First baseman, Justin Turner.
Turner with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark. There's a strike.
You know, we usually talk about bigger numbers when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company. Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Next one misses, and the count is 3-1. Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And that's too high, ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
One of the things about that two-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a two-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Skubal checks over to first, and he's back. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Got him looking. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. Back here in Detroit, stepping in, Dylan Dingler.
Catcher, Dylan Dingler.
In there at the knees, it's 2-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it
Batting
a power
third
curveball in the
baseman.
80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
And up next for Detroit, Zach McKinstry. Swing and a miss. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got him swinging. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
So here's Baez now. Swing and a base hit.
Up next for the Tigers.
So the lineup flips over, and here's the Tiger leadoff man, Parker Meadows.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish. A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98. But a really good pass at the ball.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So one hit is all they get. On to inning number 4. No score. As we go to the top of the 4th. Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him swinging.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Carson Kelly, the next Cub to hit. One down, base is empty. That's off the inside corner. 2-1. Sliced hard but foul. 4th inning underway, no score. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. 2 outs. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the next pitch is way outside. Two down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and he's on at first.
Now batting, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson is going to get a chance to hit. There goes the runner. Strike in there. Throw, save.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
And a swing and a miss. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back at Comerica Park, here is Gleyber Torres.
Second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
And strike 2.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. On the ground, out to short. Toss to Turner. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Riley Green up now for the Tigers. Two down, nobody on. Just missed. Right side, hard hit. Horner over to first. And the Tigers retired 1-2-3. Tigers are shut down there. Still no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the fifth. Here's the second baseman, Nico Horner. Fought off foul. Next offering upstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next offering misses, and now it's 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Here's Justin Turner. Nobody out, runner at first. There's a swing and a miss.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The underhand flip, 1 at second, and that's 2.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And next for the Cubs, Matt Shaw. 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. Outside low, and the count's even at 2. And delivers outside. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swings and misses at 1 down below the zone. Throw to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. And we still have no score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. There's a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
There's a swing and a drive. And forget it. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 1-0. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself. At bat after at bat, he's that confident. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Colt Keith up now for the Tigers. And a big swing and a miss.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Got him. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
That one ripped. Hat hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, third baseman Zach McKinstry.
Zach McKinstry getting ready to hit. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Now batting,
Here's
shortstop
Baez.
Javier Baez.
McKinstry leads off first with 2 down to the inning. The 1-1 is fouled off. And down on strikes. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9. Detroit draws first blood on the solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back. New inning getting started. Ian Happ up to hit. Swings and misses. 1-2. Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Johnny Brebbia appears to be getting loose. Holton warming up as well. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-1. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one finds the zone. It's 2-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the...
Strike 3, got him swinging. And he keeps putting up the K's. That's number 11. Here's Kyle Tucker.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
In the air, out towards left center. 2 down.
Up next for the Cubs, catcher Carson Kelly.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Carson Kelly. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now it doesn't strikeouts for him in this one. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Tigers 1 and the Cubs nothing. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Cade Horton.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than 1 hit per inning pitch so far this season.
So digging in,
Leading
Parker Meadows.
for the Tigers, center fielder Parker Meadows.
And that's in the dirt.
Well, these Tigers putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. On the ground, and it goes just foul.
And no, they haven't broken through in a big way in the runs column, but with the way they're grinding out at bats, it definitely feels like there's potential for more coming.
Battling here as he fouls it away. That missed by a lot. And the count is even, 2-2. On the ground to the left. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Kerry Carpenter.
2 outs, base is empty. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. And there's a ball. And that's in there at the knees.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Next offering down in the dirt. In the air, left side. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Riley Green up now for the Tigers. Throw over to first.
Safe.
Carpenter off of first with 2 away. Next offering upstairs. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one's back there. Caught just shy of the wall. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Tigers 1 and the Cubs nothing.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
Number
Johnny
49.
Brevia. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Pete Crow Armstrong now at the plate. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one missed.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
And fouled off. And now it's filled up. Dansby Swanson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And the tying run is on base.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Swanson digs in. And a 1-1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. With the go-ahead run at the plate here in the top half of inning number 7. Struck him out looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Here's Nico Horner. Now move to first. Crow Armstrong dives back in safely.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
Typically, that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Johnny Brebbia is done, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching.
So they turn things over to the righty, Will Vest.
Number 19.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Now Justin Turner gets a chance to hit. Off the mark there. Ball 2.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Two outs. That one fouled off. 2-2. And there's a ball.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Center field, Meadows squeezes it, and that'll do it. One left for the Cubs. They trail here 1-0. Back here in Detroit, bottom of the inning, and here's the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. The 1-1 is fouled off. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one away.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Next is the Tigers DH, Colt Keith. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Just missed.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Up next for the Tigers,
Dylan Dingler
catcher,
up now for the
Dylan
Tigers.
Dingler.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And that one missing low. Hit on the ground to short, and that one finds its way through, and that keeps the inning going.
Now batting, third baseman Zach.
Here comes the manager out of the Cubs dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Cade Horton gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for
Brad
the Chicago
Keller
Cubs.
on the pitch here.
Pretty
Number
tight
40,
game, so they're looking for quality
Brad Keller.
pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Zach McKinstry digs in now. McKinstry really thriving with the bat this season here at home. Dingler off of first with 2 away. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back there. And caught on the warning track. One left for Detroit, but they lead it 1-0. Back now as it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off. Michael Busch.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
And that misses. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
In the air, left field. And it falls. Tough spot for the pinch hitter, and he delivers.
One of the hardest things to do in the game, to stay mentally and physically ready for the big opportunity, and he came through for his club right there.
So up next, Ian Happ. And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
And here comes the Tigers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Will Vest will depart, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching.
So the
for
Tigers get a new
Tigers.
arm from the pen, Chase
Number
Lee.
53.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
And next is the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki. And that one fouled off. Trying to hold a one-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that's downstairs and outside.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Man at first, one away. Lee throws over. Bush back in on a dive.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And it remains 2-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Kyle Tucker will hit next.
And things could change quickly here with one swing. Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
1-2 now.
These types of mistakes usually turn out to be costly this late in the ball game. Things can really slip away in a hurry.
Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Carson Kelly. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Line drive. Brings it in. And that's the 3rd out. Nicely done from the Tigers bullpen there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Tigers 1 and the Cubs nothing. Back at Comerica Park. Leading off, Javier Baez.
Shortstop, Javier Baez.
The shortstop takes the ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And they'll do it again. Next pitch is downstairs. 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things.
Center fielder,
And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Happ makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Up next for the Tigers, second
Two
baseman.
down, bases empty. Here comes Gleyber Torres. Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Up the middle. And that chance handled. On to first. And Gleyber Torres retired. And that is the inning. Down in order go the Tigers. But they still lead it 1-0.
Now pitching.
So they turn to their closer, Tommy Canely.
Left-handed batter at the plate, and he's been excellent in those matchups this year. So this seems like a calculated move.
And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Singing, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That's off the mark. Now 2 balls and a strike.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
The 2-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Dansby Swanson in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Line drive, base hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. Got a change up and a pretty good one too. Outside corner, but he just got extended and put the barrel on it. Showed he has a lot of plate coverage on that swing right there. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
He's 2 outs away. Nico Horner will come up to hit. 1-1 now. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Outside with a breaking ball.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this
swing and a miss, struck him out. That's the second out.
Now batting, the first
so they're down to their final out.
Turner.
And the batter will be Justin Turner. So the tying run at second. And the pitch is in for a strike. And the count 1-2. The Cubbies down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.
The final 1-0. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.